Arthur the Ant, written by Victoria Montaruli. Dedicated to Mom and Dad. There once was an ant named Arthur. Arthur lived in an anthill with his mom, dad, brothers, and many other ants. Arthur and his family were worker ants, which meant that they had to help the rest of the ants by getting food, digging to make the anthill bigger, or taking care of the baby ants. All of the ants had to work hard every day doing these jobs. Arthur the ant did not like working. He also did not like sharing his food or his toys with the other ants. But in this anthill he did not have a choice. Arthur would try to tell the other ants, "Do not touch my food," but they did not listen. Then Arthur would try to tell the other ants, "Do not touch my toys," but they still didn't listen. They tried to play games with him, but Arthur wanted to play alone. One day, Arthur was sick and tired of having to share his things with the other ants and having to work. He just wanted to be alone. Arthur told his mom and dad that he did not want to live in the anthill anymore, but they did not understand. They told him that ants needed to work together to help each other, but he did not listen. Arthur grabbed his things and left the anthill. He did not need the other ants. If he lived by himself, he would not have to work or worry about anyone touching his things. Arthur the ant had left the anthill before, but only to find food with other ants. This was his first time going alone. It was scarier than he remembered. Even though he was scared, Arthur kept going. He did not want to go back to his anthill. Arthur found a spot he liked and began digging his own smaller anthill. If it was just going to be him, he did not need much space. Even this small anthill was a lot of work for just one ant. After he was finished digging the anthill, Arthur began to get very hungry. Usually there would be food waiting for him after he finished a job like digging, but now there were no other ants to help him. Arthur went out and found himself something to eat. This was much harder than usual, and Arthur had to make many trips. After eating, Arthur had finally returned to his own anthill. He was on his own, and no one could take anything that was his. He ate his own food, played with his own toys, and was able to do anything he wanted. The only problem was that now that he was all alone, he did not want to be all alone anymore. He missed his family, he missed his friends, and he missed his anthill. Not only was it much harder to live on his own, but it was also very lonely. It was quiet, and there was no one to play with. Arthur realized he had made a mistake and went back to his anthill. He was nervous that his family would not want him back or that they would be happier since he had left. Luckily, he was wrong. His family and friends were very happy to have him back and missed him while he had been gone. Arthur began to work harder than he had ever before. He also shared with other ants whenever he could, even if sometimes he did not want to. Now, Arthur was the happiest ant in the anthill. The end.